this has to be the hardest hack I have tried all day. If you have no patience whatsoever, I would advise you not to try the hack that I just tried. In the middle. How many of you guys like watching hacks? Right? There's just something about hacks that I cannot explain. It's so enticing. But at the same time, have you guys wondered, do these hacks actually work? Well, you're in luck today because I'm going to be testing out a couple of hacks that I found online with an item in my closet that I have an excess of, and those are jeans. I'm going to be testing if these hacks actually work or if they don't work. I'm also going to be judging based on 3 criteria. The first being how easy it is to perform the hacks. The second being how long in terms of the time would it take me to perform this magical change to an item in my closet. And lastly, and most importantly, would be, does this hack actually freaking work? I guess that's the whole point of the video, so that's the most important criteria. Before I go, I'm going to be listing in the description box the different sites I got the hacks from, so you can know if these sites are credible or not. Also, I'm going to be listing the different materials that I'm going to be using in the video. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join the family. I've spoken for a bit now. We're going to get into the video. In the middle. You know what? This hack doesn't seem bad. I actually think this hack can actually work. It's a nice idea. All you're going to really need is a pair of jeans that are super long for you, and then you're going to need a couple of sewing materials. Sewing is not my strongest suit, but I'm going to give it a try because if this works, I don't need to go to the mall to buy no crop jeans because I can do it all by myself. But yeah, if it works, that would be great. If it doesn't, I don't know. So let's see. I would think when you're doing this hack, you need to be very precise. You need to like measure from what place to what place you're gonna sew, but I'm not gonna do any of that because I'm just not like that. Okay, so I'm not going to be using a tape rule, but if you guys want to use a tape rule, you should totally use it, or you can just swing it like I'm going to. So this might be a very bad idea, but so in terms of how effective that hack is, clearly we can see it works. But with that being said, it's time to still rate this hack. So in the third category of effectiveness, this hack actually works, so automatically it gets a 10. In terms of how easy it is, it's pretty straightforward in terms of like just watching it and trying to understand it. And for me, even though I didn't follow like some of the steps, it still worked out fine. So I would give this, in terms of how easy it is in terms of following the hack, I would give it a 10 also. Now in terms of how long it takes you to actually complete this hack, honestly it's going to take you at least 35 to 40 minutes to complete. Now if there's no problem for you guys, that's also fine. You can do it like, I don't know, 30 to 45 minutes before you're about to head out. You can be like, oh my gosh, that would be enough time for you to make the changes you need to make to your pants. And so because it takes longer than I expected it to take, I'm going to rate it an 8/10. So even though it takes a lot of time to get this done, it also saves you money, so it's a no-brainer. In the middle. This hack, as you guys could see, this is supposed to remove the funk from your jeans. So if you don't want to immediately wash your jeans, because you know what, they shrink when you wash them and it affects the lifetime of your jeans, this is another way of saving your jeans. So let's see how effective this is. All you need is a Ziploc plastic bag and the jeans you want to freeze. So let's see if this is about to suck out the funk from mine. Okay, in terms of how long you have to put it in the freezer, I do not know. Mine has been in the freezer now for about 3.5 hours. So let's see if that's enough time for it to suck out the funk from my jeans. Okay, you should try this if your jeans isn't too dirty, but if it's overly dirty, I would suggest you put it in the washer and get the funk out. So here it is. It's not overly cold, so let's see if that was enough time. Oh, woo, woo, my jeans feel so cold. Woo, child, you cannot wear this immediately after you put it in the freezer, you dig? Okay, now let me smell it. Oh my god, what? Yo, you guys, it works. Like, it really does work. I'm like smelling it all of it because I'm actually this was one hack I had no. Whoa, I'm actually surprised, you guys, really. So I'm going to give this in overall effectiveness definitely a 10/10. In terms of ease, 10/10. Literally, you're just putting this in a Ziploc and sealing it and tossing it to your freezer. I was a little bit worried at first that, you know, it was going to start smelling of whatever food stuff was in my freezer, but nope, none of that. And in terms of the time it takes, I would say it takes longer. It takes about 3 hours, but this is something you can just toss into your freezer and go get ready and do what you have to do, and then come back and pull it out. And I would suggest leaving it out for at least 3 minutes for it to kind of warm up. It's pretty effective. So this next hack is supposed to help make your jeans fit a little better, and all you'll be needing for this hack would be an elastic band and also the pair of jeans that I want to tighten. I'm trying to push it like the girl did in the video. Girl, come on. So now I have my pen tool and I also have my scissors trying to get this elastic band. This is definitely a very interesting hack. I just hope it works after all of this, you know, extensive work to try. So I finally got it to the other side. I got it to the other side, but I had to rip this place open, so now I have to sew everything. If you have no patience whatsoever, I would advise you not to try that hack that I just tried, because honestly it takes a lot. Like, you guys saw me rip my jeans into two, then you saw me try to salvage it by trying to sew one part. You saw me use so many materials just trying to make sure the hack went according to what I saw. Is it effective? Yes, it's definitely very effective. How long did it take me? It took me almost 45 minutes. 45 minutes. What I would say is I really do like how it came out, because I don't want it to be super fitted on my waist, but it was so stressful, you guys. It was so stressful. The hack I saw was not helpful to me. Maybe it's helpful to someone out there. You guys can try it and let me know in the comment section down below. But I had to hack my hack, which means I had to create a hack for my hack. So that being said, let's go straight into rating. Was it effective? Definitely. That's a 10. Was it easy to do? No. This has to be the hardest hack I have tried all day today. So I would give that a 2. The time it took me, I would definitely give it a 2. I almost gave up, but I'd already ripped my jeans so much that I told myself, listen, we just have to get this done and over with. But is it worth it? Yeah, because I got what I wanted at the end of the day, but I was just showing you guys the reality of This next hack is supposed to shrink your jeans for you. So I'm going to be taking one of my boyfriend jeans, which I love so dearly, but it's really big and I couldn't let go of it in the story because it was so beautiful at that time. So I'm going to be trying to shrink it. So I have filled this big ass pot and I'm going to be leaving this on the stove for 10 minutes. I don't know if I'm to cover it. Should I cover it? I'm not going to cover it. I'm just going to leave it. I'm going to leave it open just like the video. I'm doing exactly what the video said. So I'm going to leave this again for 10 minutes. Truthfully guys, it doesn't look like this has boiled at all. So I'm just going to leave this for an extra 10 minutes because it really doesn't seem like it's boiled at all. So I'm going to leave it for an extra 10 minutes. The time on the clock right now is 7:35. So when it's 7:45, I'm going to check it again. I feel this hack together with the other hack, they are kind of similar in the sense that they're trying to give you the same result, which is making your jeans fit better. I kind of prefer this to the elastic hack because this is pretty straightforward and simple to do, unlike the elastic, which was such a pain in the ass. But I'm so happy with the result of the elastic, but I'm not too sure if I like the fitting of this, even though it definitely worked in the sense my boyfriend jeans fit better than it did before. But it fits too well. I don't know what went wrong, but when even just talking about the method, it took forever. This took me at least 1 hour to do. Actually no, at least 1 hour 20 minutes to get these jeans to look this way. So it definitely takes a long ass time to achieve this result, because when I first put it on the stove, 10 minutes was not enough, so I had to put it for an extra 10 minutes. Then after doing that, I had to put it in the dryer to dry, and I thought my jeans would dry in like 10 minutes, but it took it an hour to dry. If this is what you're trying to go for, if you're trying to reduce your jeans to fit you better, I would say you should try this method as opposed to trying the elastic method. I'm not too pleased with this result. I'll get used to this eventually, but yeah, like my boyfriend jeans fits very good now, so I guess it definitely worked. In terms of how effective it was, definitely a 10 over 10. In terms of how easy it is, it's pretty straightforward. You can like maneuver it yourself. So yeah, I'll give that an 8. And in terms of the time, I'll give it a 5 because it took a while. And that's everything guys. I tried. If there are any more hacks, any more jeans hacks you want me to try, if there are any more hacks you actually want me to test out, let me know in the comment section down below. So I would say in terms of how effective a lot of these hacks that I tried today are, they were really effective, surprisingly enough. But in terms of the reality of actually doing it, it took a lot longer. Obviously I knew it was going to take a lot longer than the video, but I didn't think it was going to take that long to do at the same time. But it was fun. It was a fun experience. I'll try this again. Let me know in the comment section down below which hack you would be willing to try, and I'll see you guys next week.